Da, 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 da. Oh my god. Oh. If you're struggling to keep good posture while you're working, you are actually on the right track, because guess what? Your posture shouldn't be perfect while you're working all day long. Let's talk about ergonomics. What's up everybody, Andy Shea from Reborn, and today we're going to be talking about ergonomics. The first tip I want to talk about is actually the width of your desk. And this is something that is very easily missed when we're looking for the perfect desk set up. Now if you look at my desk over here, it's actually about 3 feet in width and 5 feet long, so I can actually fit all my screens and stuff on there. That is irrelevant. Why width, in my opinion, is actually important is because most desks are about 2 feet in width, which means the screen is going to be very close to you, and in order to be away from that screen, the keyboard is going to be relatively close to your body as well. So in this position where the elbows are actually not supported, you end up fatiguing because your wrists always have to end up flexing upwards. Even if your chair is higher and your elbows are parallel to the desk, notice the position of your wrist is always flexing upwards, which means your forearm extensors are always working the entire time. And this position, the wrists are actually are touching the edge of the desk, which essentially is cutting off circulation. So the nerves get angry and all of that type of stuff. And over time, you start getting tired, so you end up sagging like this. I'm pretty sure if you're in this position, you're forcing your body to be upright the entire time, and that is also very strenuous, trying to keep the perfect alignment. So coming back to a longer width table, what happens is that, look at this. If you have more space over here, you can glide the keyboard forward and rest your entire arm on your desk. And for here, notice you can actually support your frame by pushing off, and you glide that seat back. You're still in a neutral position of your spine, but then your center of gravity shifts over the feet, so your feet can stay flat on the ground, and from here you can type and everything, which also reduces tension, because notice now your entire forearm and wrists can be touching the table, which reduces the strain in your forearm extensors and all of that type of stuff. So this is a very good position to do for a period of time. Your mouse hand is also in a better position because your whole arm can rest and chill and move and stuff. Plus, a benefit is that once you're typing and you're doing all of those things and you need to do paperwork, you can actually still have space to write and all of that stuff. Put it away and then come back to your keyboard, so you won't have to be all cramped up and all of that type of stuff all over the place. So this is why I recommend a longer width desk. So you can try move everything to your dining room table. If you're on a laptop, move the laptop further away from you and let your forearms rest and see if that's more comfortable for a period of time. So glide the chair back so you can sit onto your sit bones and then lean into your arms without hunching. So you're using the elbows to push away, and notice this is a nice neutral posture, and your feet can fully engage with the ground. So if you do have the space for a longer width desk, I highly recommend you to try that out and see what happens. The second biggest tip is variability of your body. We're not designed to be stuck in this position for the longest period of time, even if it's textbook perfect. Try to break free from neutral. So we always try to say, oh, you got to keep a good posture the whole time. Good posture is relative to the things that you're trying to do. So if you're playing sports, your posture is changing at a second-to-second basis from one movement to the next. When we're sitting like this for 8 hours a day, even if you're in perfect posture, guaranteed over time, the body's going to start breaking down because it's getting fused into this position. Notice if you're sitting, no matter how good your posture is, your hip is still going to be locked up and not moving, which is why they go into standing desks and stuff. But if you're standing for a good 8 hours a day, your body is still going to be locked into that standing position. I actually made a video on that right here. So the opposite of sitting is not standing, it's moving and being as variable as possible. You want to move from one position to the next. Notice when I'm typing over here, this is still a neutral posture, but when this is getting tiring, move the keyboard back, slide the seat down so you're in your textbook perfect position, and then when you're tired from that, scoot back. chill over here for a little bit. Move to the side, type, like move to the side. If you're watching something, you can actually chill from side to side. You can cross one leg over the other, so you're stretching out the glutes and stuff like that while you're typing, and do the same thing on the opposite side. You can switch feet, you can have one leg behind you, move around as often as possible when you're stuck in a seated position. And then I highly recommend you to make time to break free from the sitting structure as often as possible, whether it's 20 minutes every hour or two. Get up, do some stretches, mobility stuff. People tell you that all the time. We just need to make a habit to do that. But if you're stuck in an environment when you can't move and you have plenty of stuff you need to do in front of the screen, move as much in front of the screen. It's okay to move. It's okay to slouch. It's okay to be in a neutral posture. It's okay to lean. That is the main message that I want to get across, is that be okay with not being in neutral, because you're always moving. That is what's going to keep the blood flowing. That's going to keep your mind sharp, because you're always shifting from one to the other. You got more circulation going through. You're not fused in one area. So don't fear being in this position, but fear only knowing that this is the position you can be in. So essentially move around as much as you can and give yourself the space, as in getting a bigger desk that allows you to move around a little bit more. Hopefully this gives you a slightly different mindset to ergonomics and posture. And if you felt like this video brought you some value, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.